that's me getting in my hot topic. Now I'm getting back out of it.
Ladies first.
But to go back to ladies first.
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I really started it, to show that diversity as well. And so, long story short, I connected with this amazing woman named Bronwyn Keenan. She was from New York City. She was doing all these dope things in New York City. She had a gallery in New York City. She was very well connected. She was a director for UB Arts Collaboratory. And she reached out to me on social media. She said, hey, I've heard your name a couple times. Let's meet. We met. She's a Cancer too. I'm a Cancer. We connected immediately. She kind of brought me on as almost like a liaison a little bit, kind of connecting, UB Arts Collaboratory to hip-hop artists, music artists in Buffalo. And so we just worked closely for a good 2 to 3 months. During that time, I pitched my own idea. I said, I have an idea to, highlight women in hip-hop, but really be intentional with it. So I curated the 16 to 20 women that I chose, and then we made sure that we highlighted each element of hip-hop. So breakdancing, turntablism, history, graffiti, and MCing. Yeah. So all 5 elements of hip-hop, and I wanted a woman to highlight each element, so to perform. But also we had a film go with it, so almost like a short-form interview film that would be aired during the event. We did that event. It was fully sponsored by UB. Shout out to Torn Space. Shout out to Dan Shanahan of Torn Space for allowing us to have it as a space. It was a sold-out event. It did really well. It got news coverage on 3 different news platforms. It was in the newspaper. And it was an amazing event. And people were amazed. I think people were amazed by not just the talent of the women of Buffalo, but also now they're aware. So a lot of stuff I do, how people say edutainment, I'm educating and I'm entertaining. That's kind of what I do with Sneakvibing, but I want to do it in a way where it feels like entertainment, but you're really being educated on what Buffalo has to offer. And so ladies first, I wanted Ladies First to be an annual thing, but it was a lot of work. 2023, I was in the accelerator program. I really did not have the time, but shout out to BNMC, the accelerator program I was in. I was basically kind of building up my business acumen at that time, and Torn Space reached out to me. Actually, Dan from Torn Space reached out to me in 2023 and said, hey, Ladies First was so great. Do you want to do it again? And I was like, if you're providing the space and you're telling me to do it again, let's do it. So we did it this year. We did it May 11th this year. It was a sold out event again. This year I was way more intentional about making sure every artist really highlighted the different elements of hip hop. So we had Pretty Bully, who was the MC. We had a visual artist who was also a Buffalo Schools teacher. Maggie Giamo. We also had DJ Little Italy, who's this really dope underground artist, and she's very passionate about not only people of color, like brown and black people, and really highlighting their music, but she's also very passionate about brown and black LGBT scene. So she does a lot of work for a lot of the brown and black LGBT parties in Buffalo and events. And then we also had DJ Lisa Lux, and we also had Navi, and she had dancers. One of them was Stacy, who was a part of the First Ladies First, and she's a crumper, and she's also was the sister of the late great Jimmy Rook Hawkins, who he passed away a couple years ago. Phenomenal, dynamic dancer in Buffalo. He was well respected by a lot of people. I met him at Verve when I used to go to Verve Dance Studio. His impact he had on the Buffalo music and art scene is cannot be expressed in words. So shout out to Jimmy Rook Hawkins and the impact he left. But I felt so grateful to have her a part of Ladies First, and she definitely represented her brother and did an amazing job. But so same thing we did again. But Ladies First is essentially a project to celebrate and educate women in hip hop and let people know about you know, what they're doing.